Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of July 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for your month, so just take what resonates. But as well, I do want to remind you to like, comment, and of course subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Now, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. I'll definitely get that started for you. But we're going to begin by pulling some money and career oracle, and then we'll further speak upon your month with the Light Series Tarot deck. Let's do some shuffling. I'm hearing not completely thrilled, at least for a lot of the month, but getting it done. For Scorpio for this upcoming month for July, money and career. For July. People need to relax is what I'm getting. Oh, good beginning energy. Gold, talking about solid finances, investing, integrity, and deep values. I feel like you're recognizing or remembering what you truly value within a job or within a business that you run. Or it could be more so when it comes to those, well, this is included in that, but those people that you're wrapped up with. What do you value the most when it comes to a living situation, given that is a financial investment in one way, shape, or form, even if you're not the one investing in it? But I do feel like your finances are quite solid throughout the month. You have plenty, or you're making your way towards that. There's a level of increase taking place, and I feel like a lot of which is expected. You're quite golden in your expectations. I feel like you are transitioning into a very positive, optimistic way of being throughout the month. And for some of you, you already were somewhat in that state of being and way of thinking and approaching in the previous months, but it increases in the month of July, to say the least. And I feel like your integrity is shining through your work, through the stories you tell, through following through in one way, shape, or form. I just feel like you're doing things the right way and people are noticing that. And I feel as if you're conveying a level of passion through everything you produce, develop, speak. It's going to be a golden month to be a Scorpio, okay? Banking taking place, thinking about your bank account and how much it has in it, checking your statement, potentially double checking the purchases, the deposits, stuff of that nature. You could be questioning whether or not you should switch banks or start a new account, open up a new account. Long-term position is on one's mind throughout the month, whether it's the one you have now, thinking about acquiring a new one, wanting to move forward with the utmost confidence. But I feel like there's change that needs to take place. You could be thinking about switching up your job, been applying to places. You could be thinking about making adjustments to your business to see more success. I do sense that there is a level of satisfying work taking place that you're producing, developing, or wrapping oneself up with throughout the month, or being pushed to move towards, okay? I'm hearing people do affect that level of satisfaction in one way, shape, or form, even if you do your best to prevent their effect, okay, or adjusting of which. You could be thinking about documents, right? Paperwork, business contracts coming into play, people offering or inquiring about working with you. Collaboration is coming through. I feel like you're being pushed to stay put for a little bit longer in one way, shape, or form, whether that's a living situation, whether that's work, it could be both. I just feel like you desire change. For my lovely Scorpios to continue. You'll get through this is now coming through. So I feel like you could be dealing with some annoyances throughout the month, even though it's quite golden in a lot of ways. We're going to put this one back in. We already spoke about it. But we have hand, manifesting money, reaching goals, and financial assistance. I feel like somebody could be offering you advice when it comes to your money or when it comes to work, all of which needs to be listened to. Keep an open ear, and then behind closed doors or in your own private moments to decipher or just rather decide which forms of advice you need to actually put to use or digest wholeheartedly. Anyways, I feel like you are manifesting money, okay? Using your hands in certain ways, whether it's creating art, I'm getting jewelry, stuff of that nature. I feel like you could be telling a lot of stories and utilizing your hands to better express what you're saying. or spirit could be acting through you in that sense. I feel like you're leaving a lasting impression on people. Your handprint taking a focus, okay? Yeah, hands-on work, and you're getting a job done and doing it well, or multiple jobs. Help getting a job. I feel like someone's helping you to move towards a new career choice, all right, in one way, shape, or form. You'll get that job, and I feel like it's more meant to happen in the upcoming months. But let's keep pulling for Scorpio. I just heard 525. Look up that angel number meaning for Scorpio. A little bit messy, but I'll clean it up, is also now coming through. Chess, talking about money strategy, wise spending, long game. I feel like when you do spend money throughout the month and surrounding it, you think twice about it. You think thoroughly about it. Doesn't mean you won't treat yourself. Doesn't mean you won't gift to other people, or just, okay, now I'm hearing outspoken. But I do feel as if you're thinking twice about where you put your hard-earned money, right? The money you've earned from all the hard work you've put forth. Given I feel like at times you do feel quite depleted from work. But are your stories you're telling outside of work, or outside of, working in general, especially even if you run a business, are the stories you're telling, even the complaints, the annoyances you express, is that making you more depleted? Is something you need to ask oneself, to be strategic when it comes to how much you're over exuding, and how much energy you're giving to certain annoyances and issues, okay? Minimalize it is what I'm saying, in all ways, shapes, and forms. But I do feel like you're thinking about the long game, the long term, right? Could be thinking about retirement funds and savings for the future, and saving for a rainy day, and all of those kinds of things. Potentially thinking about investing in a new car in the future, even if you don't need to right now. It's just these kind of mature long-term thoughts are crossing your mind throughout the month. I feel like you are being pushed to think about leadership in a lot of ways. How are you being a leader, and how can you step up in more ways? Are you feeling as if you can do that in the location you work, or within the structure you've developed for oneself for your business? Thinking it through, very well thought out, my friend, even if people don't think so, all right? Someone needs to let you more so go through your own thought process, your own way of being, and getting to a conclusion or a creative solution, right? It's almost as if at times throughout the month, you're recognizing that too much help, too much assistance, even though it is appreciated in a lot of ways, is not going to help your process. It kind of adds a heaviness, I want to say. Eggs, starting over. Definitely, some of you could be starting over throughout this month, but it feels like you're thinking about starting over moving forward, saving up for the future. Again, getting help, assistance, or just putting your name out there, your resume out there for a new job. Resources, taking a true focus, or the lack thereof which. Saying here, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but I do feel like someone who would say that is going to help you out. Yeah, I feel like you could be thinking about the healthcare industry, about insurance, I want to say, and new opportunities lying on the horizon for you, to say the least. And I feel like you could be researching online, or even, in a newspaper, interesting, for new opportunities to invest in, or just to, in order to make more money, okay? I don't even see insurance here as I said that. Very interesting. I did kind of just space out, and I feel like that's going to happen to you at certain points throughout the month. What else do we have for Scorpio? Buddha, life purpose, more than money, spiritual wealth. I feel like it's a very spiritual month for you, especially towards the end. Your life purpose coming into play, even if you feel like you don't have a good idea or any idea as to what that is. Needing to recognize that you're meant to accomplish a lot in this lifetime, all right? Being pushed to recognize that the annoyances don't have power over you, okay? I feel like you could be dealing with background noise. One door closes, another one will open. That's just the way it works, okay? You are in control, even if it doesn't feel like it at all times. You could feel like you are meant to be a counselor, thinking about someone else who is more of a actual counselor as far as their position goes or their business goes. I do feel as if you're thinking about your life path and what you're meant to do along that path, at least this point in moving forward. So don't be surprised if there is a push to reflect to an extent. It's your job, okay, as a strong Scorpio, to prevent that from making its way to a level of overthinking, okay? Keep it simple, as I do feel like you are truly being guided at this time, and will come up with some creative ideas, or just an important thought will come to you, potentially from spirit, late at night, even if you're woken up. Sorry, that sounded a bit feisty. Key wording. I feel like you have pure intentions, but at times get a little frustrated, or maybe it comes off feistier than expected, or need be, and it's just, let's move on, okay? I meant well. That's the vibe coming through for Scorpio. We're going to move on to the tarot portion of the reading. There's also a vibe about you where you could be formal. Pair with the background noise. That was a bit abrupt. Where you are feeling quite mature, quite well thought out, again, very formal, but then there's other points where you're pushed to enjoy yourself, let loose, be more of who you're becoming in this lifetime, but don't get so wrapped up in work and money making in your life purpose that you lose the enjoyable factor in it all, okay? The enjoyable side of you. There's got to be a balance, right? Ace of Wands. Your mind is going to be on fire. You're well thought out, okay? They're telling me to put this one with the chess card. I just feel like you are, you're thinking too much at times, okay? Trust your heart, what you know. I just feel as if you are thinking of where to put your chess piece next, almost as if it's like a strategic game that needs to be thought about before every single move. Breathe, Scorpio, as I do feel like you're thinking about a new beginning, multiple new beginnings, starting over once again. And I feel as if you are being pushed to recognize that you need to be the peace in the situation, okay? Ace of Cups, interesting. So your cup could be overflowing with a level of abundance, but I meant to say Eight of Cups, as I do feel like you're pushed to walk away from a situation that feels quite toxic or unhealthy, even if it's temporary. But being pushed to recognize that moving forward, a situation that makes you nervous or just angry at times, it could be at home, it could be work, it could be both. There's an inevitable moving towards happier days, better situations, or one situation for oneself. So just expect the best, as I feel like that push gets you into more so into that mindset at certain points throughout the month. And I feel like trickling forward into the following months, you will start to see more progress than you ever expected. I'm now hearing money increase. Focus on the positives, on the abundance at hand, okay? I do feel like this should go here, where it says help getting a job, all right? You can even see, naturally, I wouldn't, in a reading that I produce, wouldn't think so much about where to put the cards. They would just end up happening or come out in the order they're meant to. But I feel like in your energy, I'm like, okay, this one needs to match up perfectly with this one. This puzzle piece needs to go here. This game piece needs to be moved here. This will help you in a lot of ways, tapping into your analytical side. But what about the other ways of approaching it? Find, again, that balance. Mesh them all together is what I'm hearing. Two of Swords, feeling quite complex in your nature. Okay, interesting. But also feeling as if you just don't understand how things are meant to proceed, while Spirit's speaking to you a lot, and or just people that you know and love or in a situation are quite opinionated, judgmental, very much voicing a lot to you and making it hard to breathe at certain points. I do feel like there's a magical touch about you. The sands of change is now what I'm hearing. Thinking about travel for some of you. I'm going to put this one back. What else do we have? What do we have for the gold card? You can see we're matching them up to better speak upon each part of the reading. Knight of Cups. I feel like there's this, okay, sensual but creative way about you that you are being pushed to tap into at certain points in the month. And I feel like for whatever reason, it's tying into that hand aspect of your reading. I'm now seeing a heart in the palm of the hand, and I feel like you are showing people that your heart is pure, that you have a big loyal heart, and your loyalty at times is extended to a fault, okay? needing to know when to move on or when to prioritize your overall well-being or just your financial future or successful future in general, because it is successful. But I do feel like there's just a magical way about certain creations, developments that come from you, or just work that you produce, or just your innate ability to quickly evaluate and come up with a solution, okay, even if you overthink it afterwards. Does that make sense? I do sense that you are moving in a slightly emotional way, all right? Even positive moments throughout the month might make you a little bit emotional. What do we have for Buddha? Okay, we got 2 for this one. 7 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. When the feisty side of you emerges, comes out, do notice, okay? But don't overthink it. Just learn from it, grow from it, and then move on. Somebody might want to drag that on. I do feel like this could be in a living situation. It could be at work or both. But I do sense that you are feeling quite to oneself or secretive for the most part, to minimize chaos or just not to overcomplicate certain choices, decisions, but help, assistance, judgments, and criticism, opinions will come towards you either way. All right, so just expect that. Thinking about what you want to solidify in one's mind and cut out for good, period. All right, feeling like at least one situation in your money and career is not vibing well with you at this point, or just isn't good for your future, right? Even if it has benefits along the way, or has up until this point, I just feel as if you are recognizing that you have a bigger life purpose than meets the eye. When you discover something new about your life purpose, regardless of what you already know going into this month, you're going to keep it to yourself. I can just tell you that much. But I do feel the need to pull this card, the Ace of Cups. Abundance, my friend. Abundance. Overflowing. Remember when I said the Ace of Cups accidentally when I was trying to say the Eight of Cups? And I just feel like people are seeing you as someone, another heart coming into play, who wants to utilize their passions to help people, wants to make more money. And it just feels like at times helping people is at the top of the list, and then somebody convinces you to put making money above it, right? And it just feels like there's more at hand to gain than just money, right? And there always is, but I feel like that may be part of why you're trying to switch it up moving forward. I heard noise, right? There's a reason why things were noisy at a certain point throughout this reading in the background. What else do we have for Scorpio? Bear with me, I just want to straighten that out. You're going to be more organized, more neat than one would expect from an outside perspective, okay? It's like, I just got a vibe where it was like, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things tidy. Anyways, moving on, keywording, 3 aces, my friend. I feel like you're emerging, you're moving into a new state of being, you could even find that you're just changing on a soul level through your work, through certain frustrations. The Ace of Swords, we're not going to stop speaking while you work is what I'm hearing. We're here to help, so embrace that. Utilize it to your advantage. I just feel like your mind is taking a focus. People are seeing you as someone who has a lot to benefit when it comes to your mind, your heart, and your soul, your skill sets, your talents. And the possibilities are endless at this time. We have a very scientific equation-based imagery in the background of that card, and I mean it matches the way you're moving and digesting and deciding throughout the month, how your mind's working. Just don't let it spiral again to a level of overthinking, as I do feel like there are points of stress throughout the month. I'm going to pull this. Change is on your mind, as you could even be experiencing it. And again, it doesn't, there's no exception when it comes to your soul development, all right? You're one beautiful individual, and you're going to just feel that by the end of the month in certain ways, and it could make you a little bit emotional. I just feel like you can feel it in your bones, and you're expecting some powerful changes in your career, in how you make your money on the horizon. It's going to transform your life for the better. And I feel like some of you could be acquiring your dream job in the upcoming months, all right? As you are better pinpointing your life purpose throughout this month. Wow, what a powerful reading, all right? You could be dealing with Sagittarius and need to just have an immense amount of patience, my friend. Let's pull some small money and career messages. As you can see, I made this deck myself. For Scorpio, spotlight success. Whether you desire it or not, you're going to be put in the spotlight at certain points throughout the month. And I feel like it's all to benefit your situation, okay? Again, just use your own common sense, your intuition to decipher which levels of advice are needed at this time, and just discard the rest. For Scorpio, what else do we have? We also have money moves. Yeah, absolutely. Either you're preparing to make certain powerful money moves, or you're actually doing so throughout the month, depending on your situation, as your hard work pays off, Scorpio. Who doesn't want to hear that? Let's pull one or two more. We also have beyond passionate. Absolutely. Not surprised to see that coming out. And last but not least, okay, they want two more. We've got money-making machine and powerful change. Absolutely. This has been an amazing reading. It's going to be a transformative month for you, where change is on the mind and or taking place. Embrace it all, as your mind is a powerful tool that can be used to your advantage. I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing month, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.